It's me, Zoe, as you probably know because you decided to click on the channel and watch this video, which you're probably regretting now because I'm saying silly things. Hello, I hope you're well. It's been a while. I have had this video, well, not ready to go. I've been needing to record the voiceover for so long, but I've had the footage for a long time now. I painted this quite a while ago now. So it's quite embarrassing that it took me so long to get here. So hello, this is me drawing and painting. I've never done this before, but I thought it would be fun to do because I've been getting back into painting recently. Been playing around a bit with oil paints for the first time ever. Interesting. If I get any better, we'll let you know. Might do a video, we'll see. But this painting is just some good old watercolours, which I never really used to do much with, and I've recently just rediscovered watercolours in the past year and love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, I've just kind of been experimenting around with some watercolours. I am so far from being an expert. I've just done a few Christmas cards here and there. I just got back into painting a year ago, less than a year ago to be honest. Not that I was ever a painter or anything, but I've always been into art and creating stuff, so it's just been a hobby that I've picked up again. Yeah, side note, here you can tell that I was struggling to create the colour beige. I was literally trying so hard. I was trying lots of different colour combinations. I didn't have any white, so I looked up online how to do beige without white. Anyway, I eventually gave up and went to the store the next day and bought some white, and of course I couldn't resist, so I bought some other colours, which actually came in very useful afterwards. And I bought some paintbrushes because if I go to an art store, there's loads of lovely stuff. I'm going to be getting more than what I actually need, but it all came in useful, so all is well. But anyway, back to the painting. I'm copying an art, so I didn't make this up. I didn't make this painting up. I decided to have a template because I think I'm a lot better at doing that than coming up with something on my own. So yeah, I just have it up on my iPad here. The format is square because it's actually the cover of an album, but I'm doing it on an A4, so it was kind of changed, but yeah. Anyway, I chose this art because I don't know, it really does speak to me. So as I was saying, it is the cover, the art for an album, the album River of Dreams by Billy Joel, and I don't actually know this album. I know one song on it called River of Dreams. No, not called River of Dreams, sorry, my bad, called Lullaby Goodnight My Angel, and I really like that song. I'll explain more later. And that is in this album, and as soon as I saw the art for this song and so the album, I was like, oh, I really want to paint this, I really want to recreate this. So that's what I decided to do. And I don't know, I feel like in this painting, the more you look at it, the more you see. So obviously you can't really see everything right now because this is just the beginning. Right now I'm painting little houses because every section has little details. It's so cool. That section was kind of the dystopian vibes of the painting. You've got the houses that all look exactly the same. You've got some war vehicles going along a path. I'm not sure what they are. And then on the other side you kind of Garden of Eden vibes, and then on top you've got some hills with loads of different elements as well. You've got some knights fighting. You've got, again, kind of dystopian vibes. Everyone's dressed the same and they're being bombed from far away or something, and then you have some angels in the middle. You've got volcanoes. I feel like it's lots of different forms of human violence, and the only peaceful one is this Garden of Eden, which was the beginning, I guess, of humans. Yeah, it's just interesting. There's loads and loads of stuff to look at. I would definitely recommend taking a closer look at it if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But yeah, when you look at this though, the first striking element is this sleeping man in the middle, or maybe his eyes are just closed, I don't know. I think of him as sleeping, particularly because the album is called River of Dreams, and you do have this beautiful river running through the top of his head, through his mind, and I feel like it's just like the flow of his thoughts, and then everything that's around is everything that is in, like everything that he's dreaming of or thinking of, or everything that constitutes him maybe. I'm sorry also there are skips, because well, obviously I painted this over several days and I was always running out of storage on my memory cards, so, or like battery as well in my camera, so it was a bit of a struggle. So there are a few skips because sometimes you can't just like stop in the middle of painting. So as I was saying before, I found this art through listening to the song Lullaby, Goodnight My Angel, which I will link down below. But the reason this spoke to me a lot is because I lost my mum last year, so this song really does speak to me, and that is partly why I wanted to reproduce this. It has been a really difficult time in my life, the hardest time that I think I will ever have to go through in my life, but I still have art, and art helps me, and I am feeling so much happier in general. Obviously I'm grieving, but it doesn't mean that I have to be unhappy and sulky and grumpy and and just unhappy basically. That I can be grieving and still feel happiness. But I do miss her very intensely, every second of every day. I'm learning to take care of myself this year. I think COVID has also been like a big factor in this. So yeah, this year has just like been super intense on learning to take care of myself. That is really where it all starts. It's so important. That's why I've been doing so much yoga, so much meditation and habit changes. I do want to make a video about my shift in habits and mindset this year, because I really have like tried to take control of my life. Something else I've really been working on this year is to try and live so much more in the now rather than planning every little aspect of my life. It is harder than I thought. Well, you know, is it? It's certainly harder than it sounds, but you know, I suppose I didn't expect it to be easy. Taking time for myself to do art and exercise and music are all part of that process for me, because I'm teaching myself that it's okay to take that time to do that kind of stuff. But everyone has their own process, and that is mine. I know it's going to take a while, and some days, a lot of days, it's really difficult to trust that process, but I trust that after a while my subconscious is going to catch up with what my conscience is trying to tell it, and that is that I can take time for myself, I can do things that make me happy and that aren't considered as productive. I mean, they are productive, they are, like painting and even doing the washing up, like that's all productive stuff, but it's not, I guess, considered productive in the definition of, I don't know, doing your homework or doing your job or something like that. Self-care and self-love, mental health, mental health it's just so important. And you know what, scratch that, it is the most important thing there is, and I've been trying to teach myself that my work or admin shouldn't be more important than the time I spend taking care of myself. At most it's equal, but no way the work and the admin is above my mental health and my taking care of myself. I'm not saying that work isn't important, because it is a big key to happiness, at least for me, and I think for most people really. Work gives purpose and a sense of meaning to your life, and avoid spiraling into the deep, dark thoughts of what's the point of life, there is no purpose. Basically very cynical thoughts. Work keeps us distracted and happy. That was all very quite cynical actually. Anyway. But yeah, so as much as work is important and a part of happiness and health, I personally can get caught up in it, and I feel like it's the only thing that matters. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way, but that's why I've decided to do this painting, for example, because it's just relaxing, and there's nothing else I can be doing when I'm painting. I'm just painting, and that is time that I'm taking for myself. And there are loads of other ways to do that. You don't have to be painting, you can be doing music, you can be exercising, you can be making a video like I am right now, or you can be watching a video even, or you can read a book, or I don't know, everyone has hobbies. I'm sure you'll do as well. I also find it so relaxing to watch people draw and paint, which is kind of why I wanted to make this video, because I don't know, there's something so satisfying about watching the whole long process sped up into like 10 minutes when it took hours and hours. It's pretty impressive, and it makes it look so easy as well. Every time that I watch one of these videos, I always want to go and do some painting of my own. And I know you're probably thinking, my brushwork isn't great, my technique is terrible, and it probably is. But I don't really care, because I was doing the art for me, and I don't want that to sound like, oh, I don't care what you guys think. It's just that I don't care if it's bad, because that wasn't the point. The point was self-care and time, and also just learning a skill, and learning a skill takes time. You can't do it perfectly right the first time, or the second time, or maybe the 112th time, but everyone has to start somewhere. Even Van Gogh had to start somewhere. I always like to think that. It's quite reassuring. So yeah, we're now at the end of the painting. This is just adding the final touches. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I would happily recreate one of these videos. Maybe if I get some more batteries for my camera, or bigger SD cards, that would help. But hopefully this summer I might have a bit more time to do some more painting. I really do enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I might do some painting and have a cover as the audio instead of just a voiceover in the future. Let me know what you think of that idea. Yeah, this is the final product. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Like an avalanche of fall, pretty soon you'll be buried under, running on, flying to you'll be buried under, running on, flying to thunder morning, you know I think the world